inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
It is definitely a splendid Friday evening for I'm with all of you, our media friends. This is Kristine Caballero-Aplal, and welcome to the presentation of candidates for the 19th annual search for Mr. Fahrenheit. OF Philippines, formerly Fahrenheit Cafe and Fitness Center, hasn't resumed operations due to pandemic restrictions. It has nonetheless conducted this year's search for the Philippine representative to Mr. Gay World 2021, which will be held in September. Mr. Fahrenheit 2021, the national search for Mr. Gay World Philippines 2021, is an annual undertaking of FEPs and Mr. Gay World Philippines organization. So let's hear a few words from the man that we all love, successful entrepreneur, philanthropist, pageant innovator, and now social media influencer, the Mr. Gay World National Director for the Philippines, and the very first Mr. Gay World Philippines, the ever fabulous Mr. Wilbert Tolentino.
Hello mga ka-freshness! Hello sa mga kasama ko sa pageant industry. Hello din sa Mr. Gay World Philippines Organization headed by me, Director Rogel Flores, Ryan Soto, Raul Barbosa, and the rest of Mr. Gay World Philippines Board of Directors. First of all, syempre gusto ko magpasalamat sa suporta at pagmamahal na naibigay nyo sa akin at sa aking organization. At syempre gusto ko rin mag-thank you sa National Director ko nung time ko, si Miss Noemi Alberto. Syempre binabati ko rin ang Mr. Gay World President Eric Butter. Guys, please do support and subscribe Mr. Gay World channel para updated po kayo sa upcoming event ng Mr. Gay World 2020 and Mr. Gay World 2021 ng virtual pageant. So kahit marami tayong nadana sa pandemic na to, so tuloy pa rin ang laban natin ng Mr. Fahrenheit 2021 at ang mananalo ay ilalaban po natin sa Mr. Gay World 2021 virtual pageant. So, ang last year po natin ng Mr. Fahrenheit 2020 ay nanalo po ay si Leonard Kodie Macayan. So, siya rin po ang lalaban ng Mr. Gay World 2020 this coming year-ender at 1 week before, dalawa po sila ay magkasunod, si 2020 at si 2021. So, guys, please do support our very own representative ng Mr. Gay World Philippines. As a National Director of Mr. Gay World Philippines, maasahan nyo po ang full commitment ko para sa ating representative. Siyempre, hindi natin pababayaan. Nandyan po ang kagandahang Flores Camp na si Direct Rogel Flores ang magte-train sa ating representative. At siyempre, lahat ng formal wear at national costume ay mga kilala at sikat sa industriya ng designer ang ipalalaban natin. Sa mga sumuport sa ating mga Mr. Gay World na kalahok natin dito sa representative ng Philippines natin, syempre gusto ko rin mag-thank you dahil dalawa na po ang titulo na uwi natin. Si John Raspado ng Mr. Gay World 2017 at si JanJep Carlos ng Mr. Gay World 2019. So maraming salamat sa inyo sa lahat ng sumuporta at lahat na bumoboto lalo na pag may online pageant. At sa mga hindi pa updated po sa akin, please do subscribe sa YouTube channel ko, Wilbert Tolentino Vlogs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Laika ID, Serwil75. Keep safe mga ka-freshness!
All right, thank you so much, Wilbert. Now, as he has said, we are indeed very, very grateful for your continuing support to Mr. Fahrenheit and Mr. Gay World Philippines. Let's also congratulate professionist Wilbert for his growing social media followers. Be updated with the latest from Wilbert at SirWill75 for FB, IG, Twitter, Laika, and TikTok. Don't forget to like and share his video at his YouTube channel, Wilbert Tolentino Vlogs. Professionist Wilbert now has almost 1.2 million subscribers. Grabe, nakakagulig talaga. Tika Freshness Wilbert, let's wish Wilbert more achievements to come. Congratulations, friend. And talking about his achievements, did you know that Wilbert was the very first to organize a pageant exclusively for gay men through the very first Mr. Fahrenheit in the year 2003. Now, on its 19th year, the tradition continues as each contestant represents a particular fragrance. So, my friends, the waiting is over. Here are the 25 sensational gay men of Mr. Fahrenheit 2021 vying for the supreme title of Mr. Gay World Philippines 2021 and 100,000 peso cash prize. Let's begin with our first batch.
Mayong adlaw, my name is Marco Santillan and I'm 24 years old and I came from the Queen City of the South, Cebu City.
Maayong adlaw sa inyong tanan. My name is Gilbert Mangao-Besin, 33 years old, from the municipality of Bacolod, province of Lanao del Norte.
Hi, my name is Director Mia. I'm 32 years old. I live in Sinaloa, Laguna. I am a Libra. I'm a graduate of Hotel and Restaurant Management in Laguna State Polytechnic University.
Hello everyone! Ako nga po pala si Warren Para, 23 years of age at nakatira sa Tanawan City, Batangas.
Hi, it's Gregory Garcia and I am from Davao City.
Hi, I am Daniel Bun Mendoza Puentes and I am 24 years old from the province of Occidental Mindoro.
Maayong adlaw sa tanan. My name is Joe Carcasona. I'm 28 years old from Cebu Province.
Once again, our first batch of contestants starting with candidate number 1, Aqua Farham. Mark Chester Santillan from Cebu City, a 24-year-old radio disc jockey, describes himself as funny and loud, fights bullying and discrimination towards members of the LGBTQ community. Candidate number 2, Armani. Gilbert M. Benson from Bacolod, Lanao del Norte is a 33-year-old dedicated teacher, passionate athlete, and a real friend to many. His advocacy centers on mental health awareness. Candidate number 3, Azaro. J.Ron Pomyang, representing Sinaloa and Laguna, is 33 years old, a business analyst, and is active in various social issues, specifically animal rights, environmental protection, and health and wellness. Candidate number 4, Benetton. Warren G. Para from Tanawan, Batangas is 23 years old. He works as a quality assurance inspector and he fights against discrimination and bullying. Candidate number 5, Bulgari. Daniel Von Fuentes from Occidental Mindoro is 23 years old. He describes himself as a person of integrity, compassion, and love for others. As a future educator, he promotes the importance of value of education to lessen the number of out-of-school youth. Candidate number 6, Bulgari Extreme. Gerald Regidor from Davao City is 28 years old. He is a trainer and works as an eye care clinic manager. He describes himself as proactive, optimistic, and goal-driven. He is a mental health and HIV awareness advocate. Candidate number 7, Live Christian. Joel Ray Carcasona from Cebu Province is 28 years old, a nurse by profession and currently working as a financial associate. He's a person who never settles for mediocrity. He puts his best in everything that he does until he reaches his maximum potential. He is an LGBTQIA health, wellness, and rights advocate. Let's give another round of applause for the first batch of contestants. And now moving on with the next batch of gorgeous gay men.
Hi everyone, this is Ken Marky Ilustre. I'm 23 years old
from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan.
Hi there, it's me, William Manabat. I'm 37 years of age from the province of Bataan.
Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ako si Japet Santos Raimundo, 29 years old, mula po sa bayan ng Hagunoy, lalawigan ng Bulacan.
Hello everyone, my name is M. Cosme, 26, Aris from Imus, Cavite.
My name is Rustaf Jesus Flores, 27, currently working as hemodialysis nurse, proudly representing the fishing capital of the Philippines, Navotas City.
Hi, this is Mar Joseph Cruz, 24 years old, from Parañaque City.
Hi, I'm Joseph Christian Ueda, 31 years old from Manabuan City.
Hi everyone, my name is Justin Manlapas. I'm 27 years old and I'm from Masbate City.
Hi everyone, my name is JJ Lopez, 32, from Makati City.
Let's take another look at our second batch of candidates, starting with candidate number 8, Anamez. Mark Joshua Garcia from San Jose del Monte, Bulacan is a 23-year-old entrepreneur. He's an owner of 3 batches of milk tea shop and 1 coffee shop. He is a strong advocate of education. He firmly believes that if you are fully equipped with a proper education in life, you can achieve your goals regardless of your orientation. Candidate number 9, East Yankee. Business and development manager and ancillary manager. Previously diagnosed with anxiety, he wants to inspire people to spread positivity even though we are facing a lot of adversity. Positive mindset brings positive results. Candidate number 10 is Jaguar. Japet S. Raimundo from Hagunoy, Bulacan. Japet is 29 years old. He works as a makeup artist and image stylist. He's a passionate and joyful person who advocates for mental health awareness and LGBTQI rights. Candidate number 11 is Joe Malone. Emerson C. Cosmet is from Imus City, Cavite. He's 27 years old, a singer, freelance artist. Since he won as Mr. Imus 2015, he has been doing charity work for the children of Gawat Kalinga in Manila. Contestant number 12 is Lacoste. Rustaf Jesus Flores is from Navotas City. He is 27 years old and works as a hemodialysis nurse. He is competitive and loves singing because it brings him to another dimension of the world. He believes that not only those from the LGBTQ are born talented. That is why he wants to organize talent workshops that can develop and enhance skills and artistic abilities of others. Contestant number 13, Nautica. Mark Joseph Cruz from Parañaque City is 23 years old and a casino dealer at Soler Resorts and Casino. He wants to raise awareness on giving value and importance to casino ethics and behavior, despite the strong influence of technology today. Contestant number 14, Obsession. Joseph Christian B. Rueda is from Manabuan City. He is 31 years old and works as a nurse and teacher. A goal-driven and self-directed individual who is now focusing on mental health issues and struggles experienced by the members of the LGBTQIA community. Contestant number 15, Paco Raban. Ray M. Cabos from Masbate City is 28 years old and works as a technical specialist in Google. A simple but charismatic gender equality and inclusivity advocate. Contestant number 16, Polo Sports. John Camacho Lopez from City is 32 years old and Jack different trades. He's a nurse, international customer relation manager, and fashion designer. He wants to use the Mr. Hayward platform to convey the importance of taking good care of elderly people. So that was the second batch of contestants. On with the next set of equally appealing and accomplished contestants, our last batch of Mr. Fahrenheit 2021 candidates.
Mabuhay! This is Aristotle Flores, 24, from the municipality of Paniqui, province of Tarlac.
Hi, this is Mark Reyes, an engineer from California.
My name is Eric Jan Ella Apartado, 33 years old, from the shipbuilding capital of the Philippines, Balamban, Cebu.
Hi everyone, I'm Rodolfo Casas Jr., 27 years old from Cainta, Rizal.
Hello, this is Mel Jezer Ramos, 24 years old, and I am from Ilocos.
Hello everyone, my name is Jesse Moran. I'm 30 years old, all the way from Seattle, Washington, USA.
Hi everyone, it's me, Jasper Adelador, 32 years old from Quezon City.
Hi there, my name is Monroe Solito. I am 28 years old. Originally, I'm from Misamis Oriental.
Joining us is the last batch of contestants aspiring to be Mr. Fahrenheit 2021. Contestant number 17, Prince. Aristotle Flores from Tarlac Province is 24 years old, a teacher by profession, and now works as a BPO specialist. He shares that his stepping out from the shadow advocacy is for those people who are part of the LGBTQIA+, especially his fellow young gay men who are living in their shadows. He wants to encourage them to step up in their closets and enjoy the colorful life. Contestant number 18, Salvatore Ferragamo. And by David representatives, Filipinos, allies, and friends of the great state of California and the Republic of the Philippines. This 41-year-old civil engineer advocates for social equality in the pursuit of happiness, justice, and liberty. He is a staunch supporter of the SOGI bill and the Stop Asian Hate movement. Contestant number 19, Savage Dior. Eric Jan L. Apartado is from Balamban, Cebu. He's 33 years old, a registered nurse and licensed financial advisor who is determined, motivated, carefree, and optimistic. He wants to promote financial literacy among the members of the LGBTQIA community. Contestant number 20, Valentino. Rodolfo Casas Jr. from Cainta, Rizal is a 27-year-old entrepreneur and social media influencer, a man of his word who considers himself as kind and good-hearted. As a writer himself, he is actively promoting safety awareness by proper wearing of safety gears to ensure safer rides. Contestant number 21, Versace. Mel Gezer Ramos from Laoag City, Ilocos Norte. He is 24 years old, currently a team leader in a BPO company. His advocacy is to raise awareness for mental health issues that cause anxiety, self-harm, overthinking, suicidal thoughts, and depression. Contestant number 22, YSL. Jesse Moran from Seattle, Washington, USA is 30 years old, a pharmacy supervisor, entrepreneur, events producer, and talent manager. He is a motivational speaker who loves to empower the youth by discovering and honing their talents and skills. Contestant number 23, Zorro. Jasper Dan C. Adorador from Quezon City. 32 years old, a banker and businessman. He advocates for mental health and seeks the role of sports and discovering and honing hidden talents as ways of preventing mental health issues. Contestant number 24, 212 Men. Roman Morales Solis Jr. is from Misamis Oriental. He's 28 years old who works as an operations manager in a BPO company. He considers himself as a leader who leads by example and empowers others to follow their dreams. He is advocating for body liberation. So there you go, my friends. That was the last batch of Mr. Fahrenheit 2021 contestants. You will be seeing all of our contestants again as they answer questions coming from our media friends. For now, we would like you to listen to the official theme song of Mr. Gay World Philippines with music and lyrics by one of the board of directors of Mr. Gay World Philippines organization, Brian Soto, and vocal rendition by Roundup. Let's now listen to Gino.
Club.
Bakit ganon? Tuwing nakikita ko post mo, para kong pamintang dinudurog. Sa sobrang tapang ako'y nauun. Bakit ganon? Tila ba nagbago ang ihip ng hangin? Bigla kong napalingon sa ibang direksyon nang hindi ko hangarin. Lakad mo at tindig mo at forma mong pang Mr. Fahrenheit. Hindi ko mawari na you're always at my side. Hanap ko lagi mukha tikas mo. Dude, I hope I can see you tonight. See you tonight. Ikaw nga, ako'y litong-lito. Oh, Ginoo. Wag naman sana ako. Ganito na ba ang mundong tatahakin? Tama man o mali, yan ang bulong ng hangin. Di ko na maikukuble. Ikaw na ba? Dali mo ako sa alapaap hanggang ikapitong langit. Lulunukin ko ang hirap, matamis man o mapait. Lakad mo at tindig mo at forma mong pang Mr. Fahrenheit. Hindi ko mawari na you're always at my side. Hanap ko lagi mukha tigas mo. Preyagapin mo ko so tight. See you tonight, babe. See you tonight. Ikaw nga, ako'y litong-lito. Oh, Ginoo. Wag naman sana ako. Oh, Ginoo. Ako'y napapaibabaw, minsa'y pailalim. Basta't sinabi mo, aking gagawin. Sana hindi matapos ang ganitong patasya. Dahil buong buo ko to ipadarama sa'yo. Ikaw nga, ako'y litong-lito. Oh, Ginoo. Oh, Ginoo. Wag mong mahusay.
And you'll be hearing it straight from the duo behind Ginoo, Brian Soto and Roundup.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Tintin. Magandang gabi at magandang gabi lalo sa ating mga nanonood sa atin from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Tintin, you look ravishing.
Oh, thank
Happy
you so
streaming,
much.
guys.
You know, it's so nice to see you kahit virtually. I'm so happy that we're able to hold this kind of event. And we want to find out more about Ginoo, syempre. So, Ryan, can you tell us the story behind Ginoo and why did you choose Roundup to sing it?
Well, dahil sa pandemic, no, siguro nagkaroon ako ng a little bit falling in composing songs. Nag-start ako mag-compose ng songs during the time na na-admit ang ating professor si Wilbert, no? At ginawan ko siya ng song dedicated to him about his COVID-19 ordeal. Actually, si Roundup din ang nag-sound engineer ng mga kanta. Siya din ang sound engineer ng Precious ng Pasko at iba pa. It's about time to create songs like this.
Now I move on to Roundup. Roundup, what was your reaction? Your first offered to sing Ginoo.
Actually, it was an accident eh. Bali, so Ryan asked me to arrange Ginoo. And then I made the music, ginawa ko yung music, and then ginawa ko yung tune. And then sabi niya is pagandahin ko yung demo. Ginandahan ko yung demo, and then sabi ni Boss Ryan is, bakit hindi na lang ako yung kumanta? Actually, I'm not a singer. I'm just an aspiring singer. Pero Boss Ryan loved it, so I sing it.
Just to let everyone know, no, Roundup is straight. So it was difficult for me to convince him. LGBT ally po si Roundup, pero he's straight. So it's really heartwarming for me na tinanggap niya yung project despite na the context of the song.
Yes.
Tinanggap pa.
Ako ng mga LGBTQ kasi I have friends na marami rin ng mga friends kong LGBTQ and I love them. Kaya open ako sa ganitong project.
This partnership is solid proof that gender transcends music. O, diba? So thank you so much, Ryan and Roundup, for coming up with a very, very catchy theme song for Mr. Gay World Philippines. Let's give a hand for Ryan and Roundup. Thank you so much, guys. Yes, all right. So now I will have a very brief chat with the reigning Mr. Fahrenheit, Leonard Kodie Macayan. Let's give it up for Leonard. Ayan, I see Kodie. Hi. Leonard Kodie as Mr. Fahrenheit in February 2020 and was supposed to compete in Mr. Gay World 2020. So Kodie, for my first question, how do you feel that Mr. Gay World 2020 is finally going to happen this coming September and it's actually going to be a virtual competition?
Yeah, thank you. Actually, I feel so happy that finally I can get to compete. This has been long time overdue, and I've waited for this world final.
And we are very excited for you, and we are very much looking forward to this competition. Now, how was your preparation for Mr. Gay World 2020, Kodie?
With regard to my preparation, I always collaborate with the Mr. Gay World Philippines team as well as the Kagandahang Florist.
All right, thank you so much, Kodie. Good luck, and we wish you the best in your international competition. All right, we have come now to the much anticipated open forum. The contestants of Mr. Fahrenheit 2020 will now face our media friends for their questions. And our first question will be coming from Young of M Pageantry for live question.
My first question was for live Christian of Cebu Province.
Hi, Ken. Good evening.
The LGBTQIA+ community has always been subjected to stereotypes. It has always been unfounded and quite literally unhealthy because it gives negative impacts and discrimination, violence, homophobia, among others. Now, what are your specific plans or actions in removing or stopping the defamatory denominations about the LGBTQIA+ community?
Well, thank you for that question. Well, I think I think so. I'll try to answer it. But yeah, I think having this kind of pageant, that's one of the most important goals that we as an ally, because we have to create bridges across differences. So having this kind of pageant, this will also help us be part of the community. So I know there's a lot of discrimination happening, but at least there's an improvement. If we compare it to the previous generation, people today are more open about our humanity. Thank you.
Our next question will be coming from Mr. Noli Beryoso, addressed to Nautica.
The question is, win or lose, what would you like to realize as a participant of Mr. Fahrenheit virtual edition?
Yes, thank you for that question. And for me, winning or lose this competition is something that I would really take as an opportunity, because for me, whether I win or lose this competition, for as long as I know to myself that I did my best, then that's enough for me. And also the realization of having a strong hope to myself is something that I'm really thankful about, because having a strong hope to yourself is something that you can able to use in every difficulty that life offers you. So even if I win or lose this competition, I will still be grateful of that. So that will be my answer.
Okay. Good luck, Mr. Nautica. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Yes, Tito Normandino for Salvatore Ferragamo.
Hi, Salvatore Ferragamo.
Hello.
Here's my question to you. Let's turn the tables and let's say that you are one of the judges to select Mr. Gay World Philippines. Both physically and mentally, how will you choose the winner? What kind of physical and mental presentation should an ideal Mr. Gay World Philippines have the minute he goes to the virtual competition for the Mr. Gay World title?
If you're going to go back on the webpage of Mr. Gay World, it says that it's not actually they're not actually looking for someone who's physically really looking good. They're more on how you can actually make a difference in the LGBTQA+ community, on what you can share and how you can be a good spokesperson, and how can you lead and help other members of LGBTQ members in our community and also outside our community, on how you can assist them, especially those who cannot stand on their own during this time of pandemic. And I believe that it's more than the look that they're looking for. It's how you can actually inspire people at the time of pandemic. And this virtual competition, it actually realized everyone that we are people, that virtual is something that we can use and we can go back in the normal way. And this kind of pageant, we were able to communicate. Even I'm in the United States right now, it made it possible, to join for me and to represent my Filipino community here. So now I believe that virtual or it's in person, it doesn't make difference. As long as you can actually serve the community, you can be a good spokesperson and a leader in the LGBTQ community.
Thank you, Salvatore. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Salvatore Ferragamo. Now I believe Tito Norman will be asking Zorro next.
Hi, hello, Zorro. Hello. Here's my question to you, Zorro. This is a virtual competition. So, do you think a virtual competition will give justice to how you look or how you behave or how you actually present yourself compared to how you really are in person? Kumbaga, hindi ka malugi. If, for example, ito, nakikita ka namin in video, pero in person, mas pasabog ka. Do you think nalulugi ka in that regard? Or you'll just, what's your take on that?
Actually, Tito Dor, virtual or face-to-face pageant, yung sarili ko, I know myself better. When I present myself in the... if I present myself sa community, sa social media and makita nila ako personally, ako to. Ito yung ipapakita kung sino ako. Kasi alam ko yung sarili ko at mas kilala ko at mas driven ako na mas ma-showcase ko pa kung ano yung meron ako para sa tao, para sa ating mga LGBT community. At may maganda rin akong story na may papakita sa akin.
Yun lang, Tim. Maraming salamat at magandang gabi.
Thank you, Tito.
Maraming salamat sa iyo, Zorro. And Tito Norman, alam ko may isa ka pang gustong tanungin.
Yun! Go!
Let's call him Jaguar.
Anyway, ito ang katanungan ko para sa iyo. Nag-compete ka na sa Mr. Fahrenheit back in 2014. Ano ang pagkakaiba ng Japet or ng Jaguar noon at ng Japet ngayon?
So, nung nag-compete, compete po ako last 2014 or 2015 po yata yun. So, iyon yung mga time na hindi ko masyadong kilala yung sarili ko. Hindi ko pa masyadong alam kung ano yung tunay na kakayahan ko. At hindi ko pa alam kung ano ba talaga yung bilang ako o kung paano ko hahawakan yung titulo. So ngayon, eto na yung Japet na lumalaban na alam, sigurado at palaban. Na alam ko na yung pinasok ko na kompetisyon, alam ko na yung mga dapat at mga hindi dapat gawin, at alam ko na yung mga advokasya at yung mga dapat ipaglaban as LGBTQ community.
Thank you so much, Japet. And back to you, Chin.
All right, thank you so much, Jaguar, and thank you so much, Tito Norman Pino. Now, next up we have Tita Lavinia. Tita Lavinia, hi.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Mr. Aqua for Home. My question for you this evening is, you talked about bullying, you talked about going through it. We talked about the bullies, but this time around, I want to ask you about your support system. Could you give them a highlight this time?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and maayong gabi sa tanan natong mga tao nga nagtanaw karon. Yes, I am an advocate of anti-bullying and discrimination. For me, as a media, as a radio DJ, I've been having chats for our listeners for bullying, and at the same time, I given real life and personality advocacy, and also I am meeting all of them in one place, or having a discussion through anti-bullying also. And at the same time, as a radio DJ, as my responsibility to give them awareness and also spreading love and do good and be good and share good. Thank you so much.
Excellent, John, to be asking a question for Issei Miyaki.
My question for you, being a first time joining the in pageantry, what are the challenges you've encountered as Mr. Fahrenheit in this pandemic time?
Okay, as a pandemic, as a first timer kasi, may mga challenges ako na encounter tulad ng lack of trainings sa mga question and answers, sa walks, sa lahat. So in every aspect, I just want to pursue kung ano yung mas kailangan. So I'm a very flexible naman ako sa mga kailangan gawin in terms of requirements ng isang pageant world. So I believe na it can be trained.
Thank you. Back to you, Miss Tin.
All right, thank you so much, Issei Miyaki, and thank you so much, Excel John. Next is Franz Ivan. He will be asking a question to 212 men.
My question to you is, tell us more about your biggest disappointment and at the same time, how you bounce back from it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, mayong gabi, Franz, and good evening to everyone who's watching. I think my biggest disappointment in the past is not really trying to do the things that I really wanted to try or I really wanted to explore. So that's one of the biggest disappointment that I could say. And just this pandemic, all those things actually came into my mind. I was able to realize those things. That time is very limited. And I think that's also one of the reasons as to why I decided to join Mr. Gay World Philippines, so that I could eliminate my what-ifs. I could eliminate my questions that I have in mind. What is it to be like joining the pageant, to be advocating a certain causes for my LGBTQIA+ community?
Thank you so much, Marcin.
You're welcome.
Maraming salamat.
We have another question, this time for Joe Malone from Mr. J. Patang. Hi, Tito J.
My question for you is,
Yes po,
so
yes.
how do you intend to fulfill that dream of having a family in the future? Please elaborate a little.
For me po kasi, siyempre, kumbaga sa ating mga LGBT, parang nakakadepende pa rin po sa atin kung sino pa rin po talaga yung mag-aalaga sa atin for the future. So, para po sa akin is gusto kong magkaroon ng sarili kong, siyempre, at kadugo, anak, ganyan, para in the future is may mag-alaga pa rin po sa akin or sa ating lahat, sa ating mga gay men, yes, LGBT.
Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you, Tin.
All right, maraming salamat, Joe Malone, and thank you so much, Tito J. Patao. Now we would like to ask Edge Tenorio to come on and ask his question for Prince.
Alam mo, Aris, most of the pageants kasi don't allow candidate who has nude or sexy pictorial or sexy videos. Do you think this should also implement sa Mr. Fahrenheit Philippines?
Well, that's a very controversial issue when it comes to pageantry. But if you will ask me, I'm not against with it because this pageant has a platform or has an advocacy to do well. So for me, even though you have a sexy photo, as long as you have the heart, you have the confidence, and you have the strong determination to do your job as a candidate or to do your job as a title holder, I think there's no problem with that. You can still be a king in your own way.
Bongga. Thank you, Miss Tin and Aris.
So Francois Diaz will be asking his question to Paco Rabanne. Hi.
All right. So, as a member of LGBTQIA++, what's your stand on the issue where trans women are clamoring to join traditional pageants, particularly in the Philippines?
All right. Well, I do respect the opinion of others, but my opinion with that, since I'm pursuing about gender equality, beauty pageant nowadays is not just about gender, but it's more on it's being used as a platform to be the voice for other people. Like if you are advocating more on gender equality, you must be the best representation of that. And Miss Universe Philippines and also Miss Universe allows our sister trans gender to join the Miss Universe pageant. And I think that if they were able to qualify for the criteria for the qualification, why not? So we should allow them because trans woman is a woman. And nowadays, if we will go to scientific studies, there are studies that not all women can bear a child, no? And gender is fluid. So I think we should allow and we should respect the organizer and we should promote gender equality to everyone.
Thank you so much, Francois, and thank you so much also, Paco Rabanne. Now we have Tito Mel Caparas. He will be asking his question for Armani.
My question is, my question is, what is your greatest accomplishment you are most proud of?
My greatest accomplishment that I'm very proud of, that my family give me a good education. I finished my degree at La Salle University because of their eagerness to help me. That they told me that, Gilbert, you need to study because the only gift that we give to you is education. Wala po kaming ibang kayamanan na ibibigay sa iyo kundi ang edukasyon lamang. That's why I study hard. And then when I went to La Salle University, because of my sports which is swimming, I became a varsity, and I became the SSG officers of La Salle University, the student council, and then I got a a percentage for the bills or the payment of my tuition fee. So that's why I'm very, very proud that that gift that my parents give me And at the end of the day, I always told to my students, because as a visionary educator, I always always tell to my students that you need study hard, don't give up any challenges, especially during this pandemic. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Armani. Thank you so much, Tito Val. All right, next we are going to be having Brix Vera.
What do you think of pageants being held virtually? Is it advantageous to you as a candidate?
Well, I believe that it is my advantage to, my thoughts about having a virtual competition, because number one is our health is our priority right now, because we don't wanna spread virus all over the world. And at the end of the day, what matters is that we get the opportunity to prepare more. And I guess we have a lot of time to prepare for ourselves, like looking for a lot of clothes or any dresses. And most importantly is for the question and answer, there will be a lot of people who can definitely help you, like throwing a lot of questions. So, it's really advantage for us, not just to me, but for everyone who's joining this competition, because we can be really ourselves. Like this right now, I'm wearing this kind of shirt, but the bottom I'm wearing a short. So I guess it's advantage. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, YSL. Thank you, Miss Tim,
All right,
again.
Yes, thank you so much, Brix Vera. Now we'd like to ask Tristan Harvey. Tristan, if you can hear us, come on and turn on your microphone and video. Tristan Harvey will be asking his question first to Bulgari.
The LGBT community or the Filipino gay men are known to be very discriminating and makes fun of each other. So how can you convince the viewers and your fellow gay men that it is okay or it is not okay to do that?
Thank you for that wonderful question, sir. I believe that every woman deserves equal respect. I stand as an LGBT member. Inihingkayat ko ang mga my sister and brother na dapat mas una nating tanggapin yung ating pagkatao sa ating sarili, dahil naniniwala ako na kapag lubos nating tinanggap ang ating pagkatao, na kapag lalo nating tinanggap ang ating sarili, wala na tayong pakialam sa sasabihin ng iba. Wala na tayong ibang papakinggan kundi sarili natin. As long as alam natin sa sarili natin bilang isang member of LGBT ay wala tayong natatapakang tao at hindi tayo nakakasakit ng ibang tao. At for those people na ginajudge ang Filipino gay men at ang mga LGBT members, please, I believe dito sa Pilipinas, any violence is not accepted. So, sir, thank you for that wonderful question.
Okay, thank you for your answer and good luck.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right, thank you so much. That was Bulgari. Now let's call in Benetton.
I would just like to ask you, how can you quantify or qualify your being a candidate in this pageant besides being gay? Is there a specific standard, or should the pageants like this have specific standards so that we can have standards for among the candidates, or okay lang kahit sinong kasali?
For me, okay lang kung kahit sinong kasali, kasi I believe that everyone is capable on this pageant, and everyone is accepting their differences, or everyone is may kakayahan para ipakita yung nila, yung kani-kanilang what do you call that, kani-kanilang talent at saka mga kakayahan nila para yung sa sarili nilang platform ay mailatag nila yon para sa ibang tao. Yun lang po. Thank you.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Benetton. And lastly, Tristan would like to ask, Bulgari is true.
My question for you goes like this. You're one of the pads that have caught our attention or our eyes to be attractive and appealing virtually. How can you convince the organizers? How can you convince the organizers, the pageant industry, and the fans that you are deserving to represent the Filipino gay men on the Mr. Gay World stage and on the International Society of the LGBTQ+.
Thank you, sir, for that question. I always believe in the context that this competition is not just a competition for physique. This competition is something that would showcase our heart, not just our physical appearance. Now, I always say that I can be someone who speaks for my advocacy, someone who speaks for my principles and my story to inspire. Because I always believe that when you were able to prove that self-leadership na may lead mo yung sarili mo towards something that's better from one point to another, then you will be able to transform life through influencing them to strive more, to live more, and at the same time to believe in themselves. Thank you.
So we have, yes, hello and good evening to you, Arpez.
Good evening, ma'am.
All right, so we have a question for you from one of our friends from the media. What is the best trait that a Mr. Fahrenheit winner should possess? Again, what is the best trait that a Mr. Fahrenheit winner should possess?
Okay, thank you for that question. So I think Mr. Fahrenheit should not only look for the beauty, the body, and the brain, because I know everyone, like me, for myself, I know that I'm not the most handsome person in this pageant, but I have confidence to stand them all. I know that I don't have the best body, but my posture keeps me among them all. And I know that I don't have the brainiest or wittiest mind, but my mind can inspire other people. Beauty pageant is not all about the three B's, the beauty, the body, and the brain, like what I said before, but it's another letter B, which is believe. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself that you can influence each and everyone's heart. And I know this is the trait that Mr. Fahrenheit should do. So, and I hope someday that I have this characteristic, I have this potential that the judges will see on the future. So thank you so much.
It's time for Nakos. So, same question for you. What is the best trait that a Mr. Fahrenheit winner should possess? Again, what is the best trait that a Mr. Fahrenheit winner should possess? Go ahead, Nakos.
Para po sa akin, ang isa sa dapat na traits na dapat meron o dapat i-present ng Mr. Fahrenheit ay ang pagkakaroon po ng kumpiyansa sa kanyang sarili. Ang pagbibigay ng kumpiyansa sa kanyang sarili. Dahil lahat po ng kandidata ay deserve. They deserve the crown. We deserve to win the pageant. Pero naniniwala po ako na ang kagandahan po ay natatakpan kapag kumpiyansa na sa sarili po ang ating pag-uusapan. Lagi po natin tatandaan na confidence is always the key for your success. That will be all, and I thank you.
All right, next we have Armin. Armin will be asking questions.
You are practicing vegan lifestyle, right?
Correct, yes.
Yes. May I get your thoughts on why it is so difficult to practice veganism because of logistical requirements? Mas mabilis, mas madali, mas mura ang fast food, ang meat, ang processed products. Anong masasabi mo tungkol dito?
Yeah, it's everything that is new is something that we really find very difficult to actually practice. So veganism is something new, especially to us Filipinos. Kasi you mentioned about fast food, you mentioned about convenience. There are a lot of things to consider. But veganism is not really about consumerism alone. It's actually about ending oppression. So what I really suggest to people that are finding this really difficult to practice is to maybe connect to the to the deepest root of why there is an oppression. Veganism is about ending oppression, and there's oppression because we believe that something is always bigger than the other. So we have to remove the all the privileges that we have, and especially the fight that the LGBT community is fighting, because it's very much the same. Because oppression and injustice, they're all the same, no matter what community it affects, or how voiceless or how small the community is.
Thank you very much for your answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Obsession. Can you please join us? There he is. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Good evening po.
Joseph Christian Rueda from Malabon.
Yes po.
Yes, as both a nurse and a teacher, what for you are the ways that we can ease the burden carried by healthcare workers and teachers during this pandemic?
Very good question po, sir, no? Because sa ngayon po, yan po yung laging tinatanong sa akin ng mga kasamahan ko sa trabaho na ano ang stand ko sa mga nurses and sa mga teachers. So bilang both nurse and teacher, I think ang best way to ease their struggles now is to give them full support and to practice and to self-discipline. Yun po yung pinaka sa ngayon po sa natin sa pandemic, self-discipline. And as an educator, pinaka mainam pong gawin sa ngayon is to educate and to educate the youth and the community around them para po nang sa ganon yung pong community ay mabawasan yung transmission, mabawasan yung admission sa mga hospitals, and yung pong hirap na hinaharap po ng mga nurses ay mabawasan. At the same time po bilang teacher, yung pong empowerment po sa mga parents na yung kasi po sa ngayon ay modular and blended learning po ang way of teaching. So we have to empower our parents na hindi ganun pong kadali, na hindi po biro itong online learning and modular learning. Kaya ito po ay isa sa struggle ng mga teachers right now. So bilang nurse and teacher, I think yun po yung magagawa ko. Salamat po.
Alright, maraming salamat sa iyo, Armin. Okay, so we have another question from one of our friends from the media, this time for Savage Dior.
Hello po, good evening.
Ayan, hello, good evening to you. So ito yung question natin. Despite the pandemic condition, what gives you the utmost happiness in life?
Even though we are in the middle of the pandemic and it's a very depressing situation, what makes me happy is that with this crisis that we are facing today, I am able to be with my family most of the time. I am able to spend time with my nephews, my sister, my brother, and my mother, which I couldn't have done had I a regular job somewhere else. So because of that po, talagang masayang-masaya ako kasi nakakasama ko sila always. But I'm still hoping na ma-end na tong pandemic. And yes, it's our biggest problem for today. Sana ma-end na rin yan. And that would make me happy as well.
I'd like to ask Versace to join me as I will be asking you the same question. Hello, Versace.
Yes, hello.
All right, so same question. Despite the pandemic condition, what gives you utmost happiness in life?
Same as what they say. I really enjoyed having giving more time to my family, especially since I was working in Baguio before. There is that 4 years that I've never been with them. So with this lockdown issues or this pandemic happened, I learned to value the time spending with them, having short talks, opening conversations with them, and of course, like I gave a hug every day, a good morning, hug, kisses from them. That is the best feeling that I have felt ever in my life since the lockdown happened. But hopefully it will end as soon as possible for the lockdown. Thank you.
All right, now we'd like to ask Robert.
Hi, Polo
Hello
Sport.
po. Good
I have a
evening.
hypothetical question.
Okay.
You're joining a national competition. What if your partner decides na he wants you to back out last minute because you'll be exposed, no? So anong pipiliin mo, Corona or Pag-ibig?
Well, that's a very tricky question. For me, if the organization will advise me to back out at the last minute of the competition, of course, I will not go into back out because since day one, this is my will and I'm here to win. And I will compete till the end. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Polo Sport. Let's ask Valentino to join us. There
Hi,
he is.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Valentino. What is your message to the next president?
Siguro po ang magiging bilang isang LGBT po, ang mensahe ko po sa susunod na presidente ay sana maano na din po yung tinatawag na SOGI bill, ma-approve na po. Dahil gusto ko pong i-promote yon sa ating mga LGBT. Ma-approve po dito sa Pilipinas.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Valentino. Thank you, team. Thank you so much.
Now, please continue to support us by following the latest updates from Mr. Fahrenheit 2021 through the Mr. Gay World Philippines Organization FB page and also through Wilbert Tolentino's Facebook page. The contestants' official photos will be uploaded very soon, and you can actually make your favorite contestant advance to the semi-final by reacting to their photos and sharing them as well for a wider reach on social media. The top 3 contestants with the highest reactions will advance to the semi-final round. Now watch out for these 3 must-see events for Mr. Fahrenheit 2021, the swimwear and formal wear competitions, as well as the final selection and announcement of winners of Mr. Fahrenheit 2021. All of these will be happening this August and can be viewed at the Mr. Gay World Philippines Organization Facebook page and at Wilbert Tolentino's official Facebook page. Once again, good evening, everyone, and thank you all so much for joining us tonight. This has been Kristine Caballero-Aplal wishing you all a safe, joyous, and dry weekend.